Hello, LEC community. It's me, Ivan. I'm here to do another Evolución Spotlight. Today, we are talking with Analaura, who will be one of our storytellers this Saturday, October 26th. Analaura, how are you?
Hi, good. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I know we last saw each other in the summer. It's been a while, and then a
Yeah.
lot has happened between then and now, which we'll get to talk about about that in a little bit. But yeah, how was your day?
It's been good. I have like only 16 students in my class now, which is crazy to say. But it's been like a really good year. I feel like I rested a lot this summer and, like took some time for myself. So it's been a good year.
Yeah, that's a nice size also to
Yeah.
have. Yeah, yeah. And that's your classroom. I saw the Mexican flag. That's amazing. How many Latino students do you have? Do you have any Latino students?
In my classroom specifically, I only have one, but there's two in the other classroom
Mhm.
in the other second grade class, and I get to talk to them like literally almost every day anyway. So it feels like they're my students too.
En español?
Yeah, in Spanish and English. And it's super cute because like one of my students, when I first met her, she was like new to our school last year. Like she came in later in the year and so she didn't really know the other teachers, but when she saw me and saw my huge like flag in the back of my
Mhm.
classroom, she was like, wait, you're Mexican? And then she was like, wait, do you speak Spanish? And she was like so excited to have that connection with
Yeah.
me. So yeah, that was pretty special.
That's amazing. But before we get going, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know in your story you talk about where you're from, but yeah, for people that do not know you, tell us about where you're from, anything that you would like to share.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm originally from Chicago, but I came to Iowa for school and eventually just stayed here. So now I live in Riverside, but I teach in the Iowa City Community School District and I teach second graders. I also like do a lot of other stuff. Like right now I'm the lead for our diversity, equity, and inclusion committee. I'm also one of the sponsors for our Latino Student Union Club at the middle school next door to our elementary school. So yeah, like I run around and do a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we can talk about this now. You also do. It's a new project that you started just recently, the Iowa Latino Educators. I think I got the name wrong, but tell us more. What inspired you? How's that going? What are you guys doing next?
No, yeah, I think you got it right. The Iowa Latinx Educators.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So basically, I realized that we as a district don't already have a lot of Latinx educators in our buildings, even though we have a decent population of Spanish speaking families, Latinx families. So I kind of wanted a better way for all of us to socialize, talk to each other, communicate, empower each other, and like make sure that like we're in it. Like sometimes I feel like the support that our district gives us isn't specifically tailored for Latinx educators. And I feel like that's what we're looking for. So I wanted a safe space for us to be able to talk about like what are the good things that we're seeing, what are some issues that are coming up, how can we help each other. um, so that's kind of like what we're trying to build right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's amazing. And you've done some cafecitos. There have been
Mhm.
yeah. How's that going? What are the people saying? Uh,
Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, we met up for like some tacos at like a Mexican, like a Hispanic small business. So we ate some tacos and talked about like what's going on in our schools, and we were able to like communicate together, and it was really good. Everyone was like feeling so happy afterwards. Like we shut down the restaurant. Like we were there for way longer than we thought we were, just like chismeando, just talking to each other about what's going on and like how are we supporting each other? How are we building connections with other teachers of color to make sure that we're all empowering each other? And they were like let's do this again. Like, let's do this more because this gives us energy to keep going.
Yeah. Uh, what has been the most rewarding and the most challenging thing? Because I think what you are doing is what we are speaking at Evolución, the collective empowerment.
Mm,
Even though you started as you are the leader, but I'm sure there's a team behind you, people that are supporting you. But yeah, that's an example on how we can create that community of support. But what has been the most rewarding that you've learned, and then the most challenging thing doing this?
okay, so the most rewarding, I would say, is just like figuring out like that we all somehow know each other. It was kind of funny because like I just kind of like threw this out there to everybody, and then like people showed up, to all these, to the few meetings that we've had. And as we talk, we realize, oh, you know that person, or oh, I know that person too. And this is how we're connected. And this is how you guys are connected. And this is how like you guys can work together, or how we can all work together to do this certain thing. So like that's been like the most rewarding. And then it just like continues to like build your network too. And that way, like if you ever go to a different building or you're working with a different department, you're like, oh, I know that person, like that person's there, so let me go reach out to them. So that's been like the most rewarding thing, just like being able to network outside of your circle and then realize like the people that you're meeting are already connected to your circle somehow. So like it's just
Mhm.
making it bigger. And then probably the most, you said, challenging thing, I would just say like finding the time to like meet has been kind of challenging, just because like we're all really busy and I feel like we all take on so much as educators. And so sometimes like our capacity, like our energy is kind of low, and we're like, oh, I want to go to do that thing, but that's like another thing to do. But um even though it's hard to find the time, I still see a lot of people like wanting to come. So we're just like trying to find the right times for all of us to meet. We're not when we're not like super tired and exhausted from our day, to like talk to each other, because we know it's important.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. On top of everything that you do as a teacher, yeah, it's probably, yeah, it adds to your plate. But that's commendable what you are doing there in Iowa. And then, yeah, let us know how we can keep supporting that your group of Iowa educators. I just shared with you an article that came out that Iowa has a big population of Latinos that is growing. It's not your, is it near you? It wasn't your town.
No, I think it was like in Denison, Iowa, which is like super exciting to see like other like smaller towns doing all this like great work. So like Iowa City is a little bit bigger than that. So I feel like, yeah, we can definitely be doing more and like just like empowering our kids more. So we just gotta like get that started, And I feel like as our group grows, like we'll be able to keep like expanding those kind of things for our kids.
Mhm. Well, you talked about how you are getting to know people, and I'm sure that's through stories and through storytelling of the group. And then we met because of Expresión, our storytelling fellowship. And at Evolución, you are sharing your story that you worked on during that year. Can you share a little bit about your story? What can people expect Saturday?
Yeah, so my story is called The Campeona Checklist. It's really inspired about it's inspired by like my life growing up and trying to get a college education. My parents really stressed the importance of education to me growing up. And so it's always been a goal for me to like go to college, get a degree, get a really good job. And it's basically how their words and the connections with my family, my friends, and my teachers like helped me get to that point of succeeding and getting a college degree and getting a job in the education field. So it's really about like those connections, those words of encouragement
Mhm.
that helped me be where I am today.
Yep, you talk about the different mentors that were along your side in high school and college. In your opinion, what are those key elements that a mentor needs to have?
Um, Definitely like I really built, like, I get strength from like other people's like words of encouragement. So I feel like words matter a lot, especially like to students or like even college students who are just like getting through their education and trying to figure out their life, figuring out what to do. Like, a lot of the times those students aren't believing in themselves or aren't sure where to go next. So just like even giving them words of encouragement, like, I believe in you, like, I see you doing this, like, just go for it, work hard, or like, here are the steps to get there. Because like, I didn't know I was supposed to fill out like financial aid. I didn't know like how to fill out a college application. I didn't know how to like write an essay for these things. So I had so many mentors along the way that were like, hey, this is how you do it, or this is what you need to do, or go reach out to these people, right? It took me a while to like ask for that help. So it was really awesome to have mentors that were like, hey, like, go look at this. Like, don't be afraid to go talk to them
Yeah.
or look for this resource.
I'm excited that you get to share your story. It really speaks to our theme this year, collective empowerment. Uh, yes, anything that you are excited about for Evolución? You participated last year.
Mm-hmm.
You look forward that you are looking forward.
I'm looking forward to seeing old friends that I already like met once before, and I'm excited to meet new friends because even last time I got a chance to talk to people that I didn't know from our storytelling experience. So I hope that I get to make even more connections in Kansas City and with the teachers that go there. Um, and that will help me like build encouragement in my like in Iowa City especially, and tell them like, hey, there's all these amazing people that like work in Kansas City and they're doing all these amazing things. Like, let's like not copy you, but like, let's get some inspiration from the Latino educators doing all this great work and bring it here.
Evolución has really become our homecoming for educators. So this year we are happy to welcome home different educators from all over the place, Chicago, Iowa. There's people I know this year. I think it's going to be bigger. There's more attendees that we are expecting. So I'm excited for your story than the other stories that will probably resonate with our participants. But yeah, this was a short spotlight just to give a little taste of what people can expect Saturday. But thank you for being with us today and for being patient. Yeah, as we schedule this spotlight. But thank you so much. We'll talk to you and see you soon.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see you all. Thank you.
Okay, bye bye.